Hey there troops, it's me, TheTacticalBrit, and today I want to bring you a conceptual video that I think could be really important to the future of Battlefield 5. Everybody is really looking at Tides of War as something that potentially could be a life extender for the game. It even could be something that brings people to the franchise as opposed to pushes them away after launch. Battlefield a few months down the line typically loses quite a few players. It has a big drop off in player count, and that normally is typically expected with AAA titles. But considering the changing nature of the FPS world, and considering games like Rainbow Six Siege have life cycles for years now, as well as other shooters, it's now more expected that most of these franchises are expected to expand in player base. They're meant to improve and gain more players as we go and grow. And live services are of course a huge part of that. Many games that offer live services have the intention of bringing new players in and have the intention of offering their current player base a reason to keep around and keep staying online. And that's something that's really important. And today I feel like Battlefield could learn something quite big from a game like Fortnite. And I know that's a very strange comparison, and I know it's something that a lot of you probably saw the title and went, what the hell are you talking about? But in actuality, it is really true. A Fortnite-style ranking system in Battlefield 5 could very much save the game from having progression being a problem further down the line. Progression always becomes an issue because regardless of how good it is and how layered it is, somewhere down the line people are going to reach the maximum rank, or they're going to reach a rank that just feels as though they're constantly being the best. There's never going to be a rank above 140, for example, in Battlefield 4. That's as far as it'll ever go, and once you've reached that point, the big question is, well, what will the game offer me now beyond core gameplay loop? And if you don't enjoy the core gameplay loop, that's a big problem, but if you enjoy it decently or enough, you need a reason to keep playing and something to keep progressing on. So where does Fortnite come into this, and potentially even other hybrid games like Rainbow Six as well? Well, in Battlefield 5 it's very difficult to do a ranking system. Imagine that there will be a competitive program, as has been stated in lots of press releases and corporate releases, so we will have some kind of competitive incursion style thing that likely will have a ranking system and matchmaking ranking as well. But in terms of the overall wider player base, to keep them coming back, we need something like a ranking system and something like Fortnite that will keep them coming back for even longer. So here is the concept that I've drawn up, which takes a lot of inspiration from Fortnite's Battle Pass and takes quite a bit of inspiration from Rainbow Six Siege. What we need is a seasonal ranking system, and this is something that can take place during Tides of War. This is something that can either be monthly, maybe every other month, or maybe even 3 months down the line. And what it will offer is the ability to stack XP and use the XP from that given time period to give you a rank. So, for example, if in a month you get 100,000 XP, you are the rank of a private, and so on and so forth. 200,000, maybe you're private first class. 300,000, maybe you're a lieutenant. I'm not exactly entirely accurate how the whole soldier ranking system works, and I'm aware it does change in a lot of different countries, but you get the idea. Lieutenant, privates, you know, sergeants, gunnery sergeants, master sergeants, corporals, lance corporals, everything in between, you know, up until the general level and majors. That kind of stuff. But what you do is you give them different XP increments. So you say one is 100,000, one is 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, and so on. And then you say by the end of that period, if you have gained X amount of XP to reach a certain rank, we will reward you in-game with certain things. One example I really like is that if you reach 100,000 XP within the month, you get a new private uniform. You get something which is a sort of basic private uniform for the British class maybe. Or maybe if you get 300,000, you get a uniform which is a bit more astute, it has a bit more of a bling to it. Something like a captain's uniform, maybe. But the possibilities here are really endless. Like, you could have anything from specific weapon engravings, to camos for weapons, to uniforms, maybe even medals. Something I really like the idea of is at the end of each season you get a medal based on your rank, and you can actually pin that to your soldier, and you could have Season 1, you know, gold medal, Season 2 platinum medal, something along the lines of that, to show that your character has participated in this ongoing seasonal thing. And that could be really cool, a bit like the diamond charms from Rainbow Six Siege that you can attach to your weapons, but for a character uniform. Doing this not only invites people to come back and play more and gives them a reason to, but it incorporates the system to give more depth to progression. You no longer just have a basic progression system that will run out, you have a multi-layered progression system that will give you options further down the line, and the options really are endless. You can change the XP increments, you can change the ranks, you can maybe say the XP is only for vehicle XP or medic XP. Maybe one month you decide that the entire season is going to be dedicated to medics, and if you get 200,000-300,000 XP as a medic, you get a field surgeon uniform at the end of the month. And this could all be incorporated into assignments and challenges as well. Something Battlefield clearly wants to do is have more things like daily challenges and more regular assignments that they can apply. And if this is incorporated into the system, you maybe could have seasonal specific assignments or seasonal specific challenges. And these challenges and assignments often encourage really intelligent gameplay. They regularly encourage player to throw down ammo, heal people, revive people, or just do something that is PTFO based. So it encourages positive gameplay. So you could have entire seasons where you could see spikes of improvements of medic gameplay, spikes of improvements of support gameplay, and everything in between. It could be a really good system, and I think it's something definitely worth looking into. I think as somebody who's played Battlefield for a long time, and even played games that don't necessarily have ranking systems, you either need a core gameplay loop that's so fun and so intelligent that people keep coming back, or you need something that maybe isn't as strong in terms of core gameplay, but backs it up with a good progression system that keeps people coming back. I mean, you only need to look at how often a Fortnite season, or even like them moving the location of a single object, gets people excited and keeps bringing them back to the game. They recently had a cube move around the map that has been all over YouTube. And something similar could work in Battlefield 5 if implemented correctly in terms of building hype and keeping the player base there. I think this is something really cool, I think it's a good idea, and I personally think that when you see a successful formula work in the gaming industry, there's absolutely no shame in copying it. I can envision down the line in a few months where we have soldiers with loads of different characters and uniforms and camos and stuff based on what they've done within a month and how much they've played the game. And I think that's really cool, because you could create a system that doesn't require people to be too grindy, but definitely just gives them the opportunity to come back and enjoy the game over and over again. And it could be incorporated into content launches as well, which again is one of a number of possible endless ideas for this new ranking system. So troops, let me know what you think in the comment section below. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon in another video.